Through the fabric of her being, she is woven with an intricate complexity. Intuitive wisdom passed down as a gift from her ancestral queens. Woman understands without need for clarification, her light being the illuminator, shining into soul to help you see places where you dared not go. Magic lives within us as women of the world, to children born and unborn. As givers of life, the dawn of creation lives within our internal palace walls. The divination of our cycles reflect the cycles of existence. From the moon to our wombs, we are the prophecies of our grandmother's portals. So tell me, how can anything be compared to woman? Recognize her celestial power without comparison to her male counterparts. Celebrate her in her own right, in the glory of her own magnificence. See, they tell us that woman came from man's rib, right? Yet daily, man is delivered from woman's queendom. Blurred are the boundaries of the emotional and physical, nurturing and nourishing with our hearts, with our bodies. Our full selves are given. Our souls hear, they listen. Our first call in life is to love. Born from the womb of the universe, these cyclical goddesses rise. With a force undeniable, life on earth is not viable. Without woman to tie and pull, the bows of life, high and full. It is a feat indescribable. For she is not to be mansplained. She is to be felt. From the words of my own life giver, my own queen, who told me never to be disheartened with the way the world views women. She said to me, people will often tell you it's harder to be a woman than it is to be a man. And in some respects, that may be true. But my love, you are so lucky to be a woman, for you get to experience the world through your heart. So to every woman in the world and every sister in this room, I honor you, I salute you, I admire you. I aspire to see Gaia through the divine feminine, the higher you. Thank you. And I do love you. Those long summer days that I am forever chasing, forever craving, were finally here, shining in my face, shining on my full face. The intensity of the heat matching the intensity of my wish for it to arrive. Every year, I dry up with the dying of the sun. Autopiloting my way through winter, I count down the days until my mornings and my evenings will be lengthened by her light, her rays, once again. The light shone too bright, burned my skin too hot. My inner sun wasn't shining. It made the outside one too much. The usual oppressive skies, that grey that I've spent my whole life hating, would have been more suited, more welcomed, so that I could hide away from it all under the soothing comfort of a duvet and blame it on the weather. Instead, summer beamed with audacity into every room, pouring golden light into everything. I winced as it forced its way into me too. So bright even the shadows didn't appear. I craved the night, dusk, that settled energy after the sun has burned its love down all day long. I found my only solace in early crescent moons, ombre skies that seamlessly blend burnt orange and sapphire blue. The softness of the eve would finally arrive. I could let my edges fall now, right into her. She would hold me. She would let me be, ugly and dark and broken, without question, without the abrasive light of day shining into every pore, uninvited. The stillness of the night encouraged me to be still. Her darkness a blanket, coaxing my body away from the incessant monologue of my mind. I breathed into the air and became one with it. And I felt me, some part of me, return that helped me to believe that maybe someday I'll be okay again. Thank you. There's not a taste that people hate more than race. I see it stiff in every face and every conversation I've ever been in. That fear and resistance crawling out over my skin to push these words back in, but this mouth is full, so I spit them back out, staring into eyes full of awkwardness and doubt. With the heat of injustice burning my tongue and my brain doing spins thinking, how am I wrong? How can it never be the time to bring it up? As out comes that line, oh, but you're reading into it too much. That casual, dismissive invalidation, even though you have no idea what it's like to be Asian, Haitian, African, or Jamaican, so desperate to believe in the progressiveness of this nation. Now, I don't mean to ruin your dreams, but honey, we are far from being equal teams. And this is our base until we can hold space just to come together to talk about race. And anyway, why is it okay for these views to be silenced when people of color are the majority on this planet? Yet we're still out here ticking the minority box, even though there's more brown in the palette. But this isn't brown takes the crown, or even black versus white. This is taking darkness into light, into mind, into sight. So don't tell me it's not about race when every person I see drowning in our seas is a BAME. And don't tell me it's not about race when in World War II we had evacuees, not refugees, and 70 years on, I beg you please to wake up. Don't tell me it's not about race when the letters after our surnames don't get past our first names. MBA, BSc, PhD, get lost on a CV if you're an Okafor, Patel, or a Chowdhury. Don't tell me it's not about race when police won't stop shooting when the only time you're rooting for us is when we're booting a goal in the back of a net. Or baking a cake, or winning a race, or tinkling the ivories for Will and Kate. Because when I blend in so well, and you forget where you are, and that passing comment slips out, and you know it's too far, yet you catch the look on my face, and there's no apology. Just a laugh and a joke, yeah? Like it's comedy. And you aim to make amends in the way of least fuss by telling me I'm exempt because, oh, you're one of us. As though this is something for me to feel proud of. I feel the words rise up in my throat, but they struggle to get out of. All of us. Me, my mother, my sister, my brother, my friends, my colleagues, my peers, my lover, that universal cringe felt by people of color. So we shrink back down, and we hope the moment will pass. Who wants to be the one to bring down the tone? After work drinks aren't time for a moan. And no one wants to hear, don't play the race card. My bones are tired, and my heart is marred. Why do I even keep up this ridiculous facade to placate your feelings so you don't feel scarred? Serves no one, you know, this repeated situation. Claiming we're woke, but living in sedation. So all I'm hoping is that this will spark just a little more conversation to put down the defense and be proud of a nation so full of vibrancy and color and integration. By listening to our stories to understand discrimination and what could be more important than commitment and dedication to ending the pain and separation for the generation and growth of our next generation. This is not an attack on whiteness. This is tipping the scales back to balance so that we can come together to fight this, despite this feeling it's all one-sided. because freedom for some is freedom for none. And this will free us all from our ancestral past by dismantling the system that's let white supremacy last. Thank you. You are the light in yourself that will be guiding you home. You are your reason to live, to reap the seeds you have sown. Knowing your soul, best gift you can own. Residing within is strength that you've never known, but when the fog in your mind is feeling too dense to clear, you can't see up ahead, and all that you hear are screaming reminders of everything that you fear. Building anxiety, watch it step up a gear. Life's about feeling, and most of us don't. And when the pain is too much, most of us won't. Each a world of our own, yet undeniably one. We're just a dot in the sky that revolves around the sun. So when you feel overwhelmed and need to stop yourself drowning, make self-doubt be unfounded, and keep yourself grounded by loving yourself, knowing what's true. Go in to get out. Only you can fix you. Thank you. I've been Yazzie Min. I'm on the socials. Thank you, guys. I had a really funky, depressive, low weekend that I haven't felt that energy since 2018. So I was a bit like, oh shit, it's coming back. And then this morning I woke up and it had lifted, and I was like, God, thank you. And just being aware that we just ride the wave and we will always come out. It's basic physics and science. If you can take solace in that, do it. So yeah, I'm on social media. I hate Twitter, anxiety. Facebook is dead. But Instagram's where I hang out. And it's actually under the name of my movement that I started called Stand for Humanity, all in one go. So Stand for Humanity. And if you type in Yazzie, I think it should kind of come up anyway. But if you want to find the poem and say hi, and I answer my DMs. So yeah, thank you, Fisky, again. And bless up, you've all been great. Thanks.